let's talk about this one. Why is people turning to the web for help good? So what's one of the benefits of being able to turn to the web?
Well, when they post, when they like have what happened to them, more people can read it and others can relate to it and how they feel.
Okay.
You can get different people's opinion and ideas on what to do.
Kevin, he called you.
Did you?
Oh, I didn't know you had your hand up.
No, I was stretching.
Oh. Come on, people. What else is good about having the web to be able to look at when we have problems?
You can talk to people you might like never know, like famous people.
Could be strange.
It might be great.
Help others with their capacity.
Yeah.
You might be able to find answers faster, but they might not be right.
Okay, so you kind of turn towards the cons. So let's talk about the cons. What are the bad things about going to the web for help?
It's showing that people rely on the internet. You might be talking to a pervert, he might want you to go to his house.
You're losing your friends that you have, like that you're close to, and you're getting close to other people that you might just not even know.
Okay.
Well, to them, like you're using the internet to find a job, but to them it seems like you're just using the internet. You think the internet is going to help you without you just going out and looking for jobs instead.
Identity theft.
Like it says like at one point, like in the middle, it says like they were like wire money or whatever, like to their account or something like that.
Like scams.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
scamming.
Okay. Now, when you think about it, Jennifer brought up the idea of friends. Like, who did, like before the internet, and people still do this today, but before the internet, if you had a problem, let's say you had a problem with your marriage,
You go to a counselor.
you go to a counselor. What's the benefit of going to a counselor compared to going to the internet for help?
It's not as, because a counselor is a professional and he knows what he's saying to you, and a friend they don't really.
Okay. Well, what if you go to a website that was written by a professional counselor? There's still benefit in going to somebody as opposed to just going to their website. What else is a benefit of going to somebody?
Like, I think that when you go to somebody like a counselor, like you're actually face to face with them, you feel like they're talking to you and feel like they feel your problem.
Like your basic shit.
Yeah.
Ruben, what were you going to say? Okay.
They like understand like they can like give you suggestions, but even on the internet they can do that. But like other people can look at it.
Not necessarily.
You don't know if the person that you're talking to is really the person that you're talking to.
Okay.
The website might be for like a whole community. Just talking to person in person is like personal.
You can keep it private.
Not always. If you talk to a person and you're giving you advice, you can get closer to your spouse and just talking online.
Okay. Now, think about, I'm going to relate this classroom to, like, if you took an online course. People, I get to know you very well. So I can, like, look at you and kind of see whether or not you're understanding something and whether or not I need to go back and start over again. If you were taking this class online, you'd be following, you'd be doing this chapter and then this chapter and this chapter, and you might be taking notes and you might even be going on a message board to discuss. But yet the teacher can't see you and doesn't get to know you as well, and so they can't deal with the problems that you're having as easily. And it's the same thing with a counselor. If the counselor is like just telling you, well, if you're having this problem, try this. Well, what if your problem is just a little bit different? If the counselor gets to know you, they can better understand where you're coming from and help you more effectively. And so this idea of putting things online and going to the web for help is a dangerous place to go, because it makes it sound like we all have the same problems when we don't. Each of us has different problems. Even if they're similar, they're a little bit different. So, now what I want you to think about, and unless you have other cons that you want to add,
What?
other cons about going to the web for help.
Sorry.
That was a good discussion.
Now, when you look at this article, and I'll give you time to talk about this with your partner, but just think on it for a second. Which of the boards, or which of the ideas on the boards, is this article an example of? I'll give you time to talk about that with your partners. Don't forget about the front board.